He's becoming a big favorite, not only in Puerto Rico, but the United States as well. Massive entourage he's got too. The referee would like him to report for work sometime soon. There we go.
All right, gentlemen. We went over the rules in the dressing room. At this time, are there any questions from this side? Any questions from this side? Remember, protect yourself at all times. Touch him up. Good luck.
Those are the rules. No 3 knockdown rule, the main one there. And a fighter can't be saved by the bell in any round. That's standard here in Las Vegas. Randall Bailey, what kind of test can he provide here for the unbeaten Cotto? He's 30 now, former WBO champion, a dynamite puncher, which makes him dangerous. Maybe a bit short on the fine arts side of things, but he really believes that he can cause a sensation here and derail the Cotto bandwagon. The much taller Randall Bailey, who comes from a very tough area of Miami, but he has lost 3 of his last 6 at the moment. This is his second bid to regain his old WBO title here. First time he was beaten by DeMarcus Corley on points. Cotto coming off a great win over Kelson Pinto, the man who was supposed to fight Ricky Hatton but didn't. Cotto floored him 3 times, stopped him in 6. Looked pretty good, more than pretty good.
Well, you have to say Bailey's best days are behind him, but straight away you can see him setting himself up as a natural puncher. The wide stance, the knees bent, and a couple of times that clipped home that little right hand. He's looking for the big shots straight away. Probably the last chance for Randall Bailey to stay among the elite in this division. 30 years of age now. And he doesn't have a worn-out look about him. I mean, he looks sharp, he's standing his ground right in front of Cotto, looking for mistakes, set at all time to spring with the solid punches. At least he brings danger here. It's nice to see a new champion prepared to face someone who's bringing a bit of danger into the ring.
See how Cotto copes with it, particularly if he gets nailed by one. This might be a test of his chin here tonight. It's looked okay so far. He's never been on the floor.
So you see his head's always down. When he can't block or slip a punch, he just dips that little bit further, takes it on the forehead. Look at the position Cotto's chin's in. He knows he's in with a dangerous man.
Yes, they've worked with that, lower than you've seen it before, in fact. High-held gloves as well. Just feel his way into the fight, but he's always boxed in such a measured way. Even when he was a novice pro, Cotto, he looked as if he'd been around the game forever.
Yep, Bailey looking sharp enough the way he's backing off from the attacks.
Basically having a look in this first round. Cotto, good body shots from him there.
He's landed a good right hand just about half a minute ago, which I think steadied Bailey a little bit. So Bailey being fairly careful.
He can box and he can hit, Cotto, and his defense has looked pretty good so far in his career. Good fast hands there, the body punch as well from him, the darling of the Top Rank organization. Understands English perfectly, by the way, now Cotto. Can't speak it fluently yet, but certainly understands it, and he's going for it a bit here. Bailey got him with the right hand of his own.
Well, we expected this to be exciting, and that's how it started.
But Cotto getting the best of that opening round. 21 fights, 21 wins, 17 inside schedule. Beaten the likes of Justin Juco in 5, Cesar Bazan, the old WBC lightweight champion, in 11. World title challenger Demetrios Ceballos in 7. Victoriano Sosa, another world title challenger, in 4. Lovamore Endo, I think he gave him his toughest fight, didn't he?
Yeah, and I think we learned something about Cotto that night. Some people were a little bit disappointed. I wasn't. I think he showed his class, and he showed it. When he has to think what he's doing, he can do that. I don't think he's quite ready for the top in the division. I know his handlers think he's ready for people like Zhu. I don't. He's still developing, and that was the good right hand. You can see the power still there. He's a little bit off balanced, Bailey, so probably not the full power there, but he's still finding the target.
Second round for the WBO light welterweight title, this very, very hot division. Ricky Hatton doing his bit with another win tonight in London.
I'm just thinking sometimes Ricky suffers a little bit of criticism. What we would be saying if Bailey had been Ricky Hatton's opponent, would we be complaining about it because he's lost 3 out of 6? Are we maybe sometimes just a little bit rough on Ricky Hatton?
Negotiations continue for Hatton v. Zhu. Good right hand there from Bailey. He's getting in 1 or 2. He got in with that good right hand in the first round as well. Cotto knows he's in with a danger man, but look at his combinations, the speed of them.
See, he is blocking these right hands partially. They're kind of busting through the defence, but he's not taking the full force of them. His chin, again, is down where it should be, but that one got through.
Seemed to have a bit of an effect as well. Cotto a little bit out of range. He is outreached here. And worth remembering that Randall Bailey's only been stopped once, 2.5 years ago, by Diobeles Hurtado, the Cuban. That was in 32 fights.
See, I think one of the problems when you're in with massive punches like this, it's more dangerous to back off. I think Cotto thinks, keep up close and I can counter, I can keep my defences tight. He's taking chances, he's making for a great fight here, but it's maybe the best way to do it.
Blocking a few on the gloves, has to watch that chopping right hand that Bailey possesses. When he won the title, he did it in 41 seconds, winning this WBO title a few years ago against Carlos Gonzalez. That was 1999, in fact. But it was a pretty spectacular way to announce himself. He's a danger man.
Yeah, but I think Cotto has realised, he's felt the power, he realises he cannot be reckless here. Taking the play away, which he has to do, back him up to take some of the power out of his shots. But this is good action.
I think Cotto's plan is heavily involving body punches here tonight. Look at these, look at the way he put those together there. You see, that's what he's got. Oh, look at that! Look at that right hand! Splayed his legs, floored him. Round 2. Terrific shot. He is class.
Bailey was just winding up an uppercut there. He was winding up his own right hand, and that was a peach.
Let's go.
Now he knows why Cotto's got the reputation he has. Bailey, not many seconds left in the round. He needs the end of the round. Bailey at the moment. Cotto suddenly came out of the shell, unleashed the combinations. Really was a class shot. 10-8 round for Cotto with the knockdown.
Don't bang with this motherfucker. Boxing. Boxing. Use your jab. You got to use your jab, baby. Okay? Yeah, put it on. Lift it out.
Now they were full of talk during the week, Randall Bailey and his camp, about how they were going to cause a big shock here. The usual standard stuff you hear from challengers, and that's how they should be, I guess. But the reality is often something different.
Yeah, but he hasn't disappointed him. He's been throwing bombs all the way through. He's been standing his ground. He's not been looking to hide or to spoil. But that was quality work from Cotto. You can see Bailey winding the right hand up. Look at that. Bang. Beautiful right hand lead.
Just picked the punch, didn't he? Perfectly. And he looked like Bambi the way he just lost his footing there, didn't he, Bailey?
It looks as though he's recovered okay, but now he knows the extent of the problems.
Cotto, the one with the big, thick red waistband, and the name Cotto rather helpfully written on the trunks as well for you. The taller Randall Bailey, who's 30 now.
I'm really impressed the way every move he makes, the defences are there, the chin's down, doesn't expose himself. And that was the difference in the knockdown. As Bailey wound the punch up, he had no defence whatsoever, paid the penalty.
Cotto, by the way, being paid $275,000 for this fight tonight. Bailey's on $75,000. Those figures released by the Nevada State Athletic Commission for us.
The patience that we've seen so often in the past, evident again in Cotto's work. He's never in a hurry. He's found out in the first round he has the power to finish the job, so he'll just wait until the chance comes along.
Again, 1, 2, 3 punches, and then Bailey missing. Short, quick punches, and he gets good leverage into them as well. Remember, he had Pinto down 3 times and became Puerto Rico's 50th world champion. And in a nice touch that night, he had the names of the other 49 on his shorts, including Wilfred Benitez, of course, Wilfredo Gomez, Tito Trinidad, and so on. It's a clever performance, this, by Cotto. He's just presenting no target at all to Bailey. Yeah, it's controlled, and he's threatening even when he's not doing too much. He's threatening, keeping Bailey off balance. I'm surprised. I thought Bailey would be trying the uppercut, because that looks like the only punch that could possibly pierce that defence. It's just something very conservative about the way he does things, Cotto. He just bides his time, waits, knows the opportunities will present themselves, and when they do, he's usually good enough to take advantage. Body punches this time, 2 to the ribs. Bailey was hurt by those. Wants to tuck up for a bit. Cotto knows he's hurt him as well, and then a left hook, and Bailey has to go down again. I wonder if that's a thumb in the eye or something. It didn't look like it was the power of the punches put him down. He was under pressure, but he's complaining about an eye. I wonder maybe if the side of the glove. Yep, I see a bit of blood there. Yeah, he's got a cut as well, and he's getting picked apart here, Randall Bailey. I'm not sure whether he's going to be able to go on here. He can't see out of that eye. He might have caught a thumb as well. Yeah, I get the impression the side of the glove went right into the eye socket, because he didn't react like you would do to a knockout punch, but he seems okay. Cotto just crosses himself and goes back to work. The 24-year-old, he's already a father of 3. He was a father when he was 16 years old. He just looks like a quiet assassin going about his work in there, doesn't he, Cotto? It's almost chilling. Bailey's in trouble. He's been hurt. He's been on the floor twice, and that's a problem, that eye.
Nothing to worry about. Good champ. We're still in this game. Stay still, please. Stay still. Close. Open your eyes. Atta boy.
The difference in class and quality
nothing to worry about.
Making itself felt now. I think Bailey probably running out of ideas. He's tried what's worked in the past, but it's not working tonight.
Look, box this motherfucker, man.
Bailey's a tough guy. Grew up in a rough area of Miami where an uncle was shot dead. He was a street kid.
He was under a little bit of pressure here. That was the first real sustained pressure he was in, and that's the punch that started. I think that took all the breath out of his lungs. Beautiful punch. From that point on, he was struggling. Then that was the kind of glancing punch that damaged the eye. But you can see the way he's reacted there. That wasn't a knockdown punch. That was actual pain.
Yes, he needed a hiding place and found one on the canvas. 4th round. Cotto on the right of your picture, the far side now. A man who's earned rave reviews all around the boxing world over the last couple of years, and I don't know, is he already the best man at 10 stone? Most people, of course, would say Costa's you after what he did to Charmaine Mitchell in his comeback fight the other day. But I tell you what, Cotto against anybody is a very, very interesting proposition indeed.
See, Cotto is not allowing Bailey to set himself now, so he's not quite so dangerous, so he can probably be a little more adventurous now. Get him onto the back foot, take some of the sting out of his shots.
What about Cotto against Floyd Mayweather, perhaps? He's got a defence coming up against another Puerto Rican on January the 22nd, interestingly. So I wonder whether that's crossing Top Rank's mind.
Well, when you think of Mayweather's performances against Castillo, you would have to say Cotto an excellent chance. I think some water in the corner there. Bailey slipping.
That's all Bailey needs, isn't it? Patton, by the way, officially is the #1 contender for Cotto's WBO title. I don't see that fight happening. The fight they want to make happen is Patton against you.
See, Bailey been forced onto the defensive in this round. Cotto showing he knows how to pressurise without really throwing too many punches. He's learning all the moves, all the techniques.
He's just been picked apart here, Randall Bailey. It's like a surgeon going to work almost.
And once again, you look where his chin is. No one can get near that.
Tucked right in. A lot of fighters could learn from that. Those who fight with their chin hanging out to dry and too tall, leave it as a target. Cotto making sure that he pays full respect to Bailey's power.
Yeah, well, the old dodge to learn how to do that used to be a piece of foam under your chin when you're shadow boxing. I think he's done that. Look at the control. Bailey's face becoming a bit of a mess now.
And he has a dejected look about him. His body language says, this is too much for me. And it looks that way too. But Cotto might be too much for just about anybody. Body punches, look at these. He's finding some leverage. You'd never believe as a kid he wasn't interested in the sport, that he only went to the gym to lose weight. Just look at him going to work.
Well, Bailey having to stand and unload here, no choice. Full credit to him, he's trying to do it.
Well, he knows his only hope, I think, is going to be one of those big jackpot punches that have worked for him in the past. His face is a mess, and he's just being systematically, bit by bit, worn down by Miguel Cotto. Round 4 was the first round he's had since the opening round of the contest in which he wasn't on the floor.
More than one shot, B. Don't load up. You got to load your combination, okay? We're doing all right. It's a 12-round bout.
He made 2 defenses of the WBO title after he'd won it. Lost it to Ana Julio, the Colombian, on points. Don King's here, must be. Heavyweights around. Don's doing a deal somewhere in the background, though this is not his promotion. It's K2 doing the promoting tonight. He used to have Danny Williams. You better whisper that around here.
Yep, he may be kicking himself later tonight, but nice if he is.
Round 5 of this one. Taller Randall Bailey with his back to us at the moment, and the dreadlocks. Cotto looking to make it 22-0 here.
I mean, you can see this has the potential of being a tough fight for Cotto, but he's not allowed that to happen. Tactics and the way he's executed them has been excellent.
He's a connoisseur's type of boxer. I don't think he's exciting as Ricky Hatton to watch.
But no, he's not as exciting as Ricky, but very few people are. I mean, Ricky's intense when he gets in the ring, but he's smart. He knows how to use the pace. He knows how to force opponents into making mistakes. Real good pro.
And you'd think really that he would have a long career, because he doesn't take too many either. Somebody said, well, what's his weakness? He said, well, it's like trying to find a false brushstroke on the Mona Lisa. Good body shot in there from Bailey. He's trying to come forward and take it to Cotto a little bit here. Just sometimes goes in his shell a little bit too much for some tastes, Cotto.
Yeah, but I've seen him do this several times in the past. Against Cesar Bazzani did that. He had everything under control, and he just started putting a boxing exhibition on. I don't know if he's trying to sucker Bailey in, draw him forward onto one of these right hands.
He's certainly inviting Bailey forward. Maybe he's got something for him when he gets there.
Bailey getting a chance there to get the right hand off. Well, Cotto is giving him chances to get some punches off here. His defence is good, but he's letting this fellow back into the fight in this round.
Worth reminding ourselves that, of course, Cotto had to strip naked to make the weight for this fight. So is he a bit tight at light welterweight now?
I wouldn't think so. I'm a great believer if someone has serious problems at the weight, they make it first time without a problem, because make a slight mistake. And the fact they just had to strip off, there'd have been nothing in it.
He's weighing 11 stone 1 tonight, by the way. Weighed on the night, Cotto. So that's a stone and 1 pound above light welterweight. A weight he had to make for yesterday, of course, for the official weigh-in. And Bailey's 10 stone 9. Quite a big difference.
Well, beginning to go to work. Didn't really allow Bailey to do much. Allowed him to get some punches off, but nothing penetrated the defence.
Warm-up time in the dressing room for Vitaly Klitschko, who doesn't go to sleep like Lennox Lewis used to. I asked him this week, a lot of people say you're robotic and a bit of an ugly fighter to look at. He said, yep, agree. I am robotic, but I'm very effective.
Yeah, but he knows it's the awkwardness that makes him so effective. He's difficult to deal with. He really looks pumped up, Danny. Looks the part.
And actually did 2 rounds of sparring last night, just as a last-minute sharpener. The heaviest ever, 19 stone 4, but the camp are insistent that is deliberate. They want that strength on the inside if he can get there. Back to this WBO light welterweight title battle. Miguel Cotto on the far side. Bailey trying that right hand again. A dynamite punch from that one down the years. But he's outskilled by Cotto. Good left hooks. Look at that, 3 in a row. And then he opens up with a salvo with both hands, and they all look pretty accurate.
So you don't mind the little quiet spells when you see him burst into life like this.
Cotto just likes to feel that he's softened up his opponent enough before he really goes to town.
Well, he's done that with a body shot here. Bailey struggling again. There goes another body.
He's staggering here. Bailey, I thought he was going to go for a moment there. Here's the attack. About a dozen punches unanswered. Body and head from Cotto.
Don't hold.
He's still struggling, Bailey.
That was a punch to the top of the head. Seemed to stun him as well. These are solid punches. Beautifully delivered.
Remember, only one man has stopped Randall Bailey. Is Cotto going to become the second?
Watch your head, watch your head. Let him up. Watch your head coming in. Stop.
Watch the head, says the referee. Norm Budden from Reno.
The damage has worsened here.
Yeah.
Ian.
Inspection coming up from the doctors. And Bailey's in a pretty bad way. Does he really want to go on much longer?
The damage looks as though it's
He's cut on
deep
the other
inside the eye.
Can you see? Can't see. All right.
He can't see. It's over. Cotto retains the WBO light welterweight title. Bailey has to retire. And again, you have to say that he looked very, very impressive.
Yep, very impressive indeed. And that was a terrible injury that the Bailey sustained. It seems right inside in the eyelid. So I don't doubt for a second that he did the right thing to get himself out of there. But we'd seen the best of Cotto in that round. Really, all systems go. The punches were there, the moves were there. A wonderful performance.
And he says a silent prayer at the end of it all. Another job done. And cracks a smile at last after 6 rounds of poker-faced action. If he is tense in there, it doesn't show. Is this the best man at 10 stone at the moment? We can't really say that yet, can we?
Zhu has proven to be the best. I mean, you have to take it away from Zhu, but he's well on his way. And also, you have to be impressed with Ricky. I mean, you would fancy Ricky Hatton to do an equally good job on Randall Bailey here as well. So I don't know. I'm a big fan. I think he's a wonderful talent, but I think we have to steady ourselves. He hasn't done anything that Ricky Hatton wouldn't have done yet, and he hasn't taken the mantle away from Costa Zhu yet either. But what a wonderful talent.
And one thing, of course, Ricky Hatton would set a ferocious pace, a pace he might not like.
Yeah, but I mean, it is a 50-50 match. I don't even know if I would fancy him at this stage.
Button, acting on the advice of the physicians at ringside, calls a halt to this contest. The official time, 1 minute, 39 seconds of round number 6. The winner by TKO. He is still the WBO Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, Miguel Cotto.
What a fighter he is.